got a conscience. He's okay with being a little absurd and pompous. That's because I kill it, then stick around just to haunt it. Waiting on my thank you, be grateful that I would even let you watch it.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns, they already thrown by the size of me. I don't really get tough, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's week 3 and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Dragons of Tokyo taking on the Detroit Lions. It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go, start!
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. But you look at this defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Ready.
Hooker now off play action. Rolling to his left. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The Lions at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
Come on. Hey.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Cougar 19, 18, round here, 18, round here.
2nd and 6. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a...
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dragons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
But you look at this defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage, trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
Here's Hooker.
And that nearly intercepted.
Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Jack Fox now gets set to punt. It's taken to the 26. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
2nd and 13. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Second and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because of the drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Throwing. Hooker. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And St. Brown going to have the Lions 1st down as he'll take this down inside the 45.
Come on, come on. Hey.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Get it. Check, check.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10. A toss out right to Gibbs.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
On the set.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd down and 6 now. Here's Hooker to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown! A great effort there. 73 yards. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Ready?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On the ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer. Ready.
Looking to throw. Hooker. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On
1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now Hooker. Open man is Kirk, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Hooker. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ready!
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. To the 27-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force of completion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Hooker. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
Hooker's going to throw it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Rig alert. 19 Lions. Go.
A final shot before break. Hooker. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
19 yards. And a Tokyo first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On play action, they'll throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Dragons 27, Lions 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Off the option, here's Gibbs.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Hooker.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one goes for 30 yards.
Ready?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready.
He's going to try and take off with it. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Counter play, here's Gibbs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. From the gun, it's Hooker. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Strike. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Riggs! Riggs!
Here's Hooker. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break. And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Ready.
They'll go for it. Hooker. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Cougar 19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And they rattle off a big one. 44 yards.
Pick up the 44 yards on the play. And the Tokyo first down.
Come on.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Alert.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Lions.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. This out quickly to Williams. Now he gets free up the left sideline. Jamison Williams. The race is on. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Okay, ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
First down, Dragons.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Dragons look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
Got it. Ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check, Panther. Ready.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
It's a gain of 35. That's another Detroit Lions.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Ready. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Hooker now on play action.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here's Hooker to throw it.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
3rd and goal. Trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Off play action. Here's Hooker.
And it'll be intercepted. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
90 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense